Hello everybody, welcome to FC Amakhosi fan channel. This is Sanel Mjoli. Guys, today I am not happy at all, as I am not happy at all because of many reasons, but at the top of the list why I'm not happy are people who are attacking me for challenging them to say that they seem to be pointing all fingers to everyone but the players. They are pointing fingers onto Tegi. They were throwing stuff onto him, throwing water bottles and all those things onto him. And when I ask why are we not holding the players accountable, people are cursing me, some are swearing me, they're calling me names. And I don't take it kindly, because why are you swearing at me? Because I am asking a valid question. When are we gonna hold players accountable? It seems as if we are giving so much power to the players, because the coaches, they are fired left and right. But to those people who are missing chances, to those people who are making costly mistakes, they are not held accountable. They are getting away with murder. Coaches, you put on a starting lineup that you trust. I believe there's no one who goes to work and say that today, you know what, I'm just gonna do anything to jeopardize my chances of being fired. But you find that there are people who think that coaches, they put a starting lineup to jeopardize themselves or to end up being on the side of being fired. I'm no way saying, and I'm repeating this, I've been saying this, I am no way saying that Ntegi is Pep Guardiola. I am no way saying that Ntegi is not Pep Guardiola. Ntegi is not Peter Musiman. Ntegi is not Alex Ferguson. But what I'm going to tell you is that we are not being fair. We are not being fair because the only person that you are attacking is the coach. Yes, he has his shortcomings. He is making mistakes. He doesn't have tactics. He doesn't change tactics as others are saying. But he's not as bad as people make him to be. Yes, he's bad, but not as bad as people are making him to be. But before we delve into that deeper, let me just point to you so many mistakes that you have done as a team. Seems as if Dr. Motaung has forgotten his vision, his mission, why he started this club. Because we hardly hear him coming out telling us what's the vision, if he's still happy, what's been happening, and all those things. Like the last time I heard Dr. Motaung speaking was when we had Ntegi. Before that and after that, I haven't heard Doctor saying anything to us as fans. Seems as if he doesn't really care about the legacy that he has built, doesn't care about the empire that is built. But one thing that I can tell you is that Motaung himself, Dr. Motaung, he has made blunders. He has made blunders the past few seasons. He has made blunders. He hasn't really invested in this team. He hasn't really invested in this team. He's been making decisions that are wrong, that only are financially viable for him, but also he doesn't see that he's losing some sponsors. He's losing sponsors. He's losing numbers. People who are pitching for soccer games, people who are coming to watch the games, who are helping him to get income, to get the funds. Because as a sponsor, you will sponsor someone based on the fact that they are pulling out crowds. And people and Kaizer Chiefs, they are not pulling out crowds. All that they have opted to do now is to go to these places, your Mabida, you go to Polokwane, so that they draw supporters to come to the field based on what these people are hungry for our team. They're hungry to see our players playing live. So that's how they are pulling these numbers, they're able to get these numbers. But when it comes to Johannesburg, where they are based, they will not pull out crowds unless it's a derby, unless it's a game against maybe the Sundowns, but they will not be pulling crowds because so many people are angry at the club, and rightfully so. This is where you are not getting in me. I am no way saying that everything is rosy, everything is going well for us as a club. I am no way saying that the management has made like beautiful decisions. And this is where we're supposed to start. Let's start at the top. Let's start at the top. If the head is not functioning, the rest of the body is not going to function. The rest of the body is going to suffer. The management has made so many mistakes from the time that we've been hiring coaches who are clueless about the type of football that you used to play. As a result, we have lost our identity. We have hired coaches who are coming with different style of plays, who don't understand the culture of our players or our own South African people for that matter. And when we hire those who are South Africans, we have had clueless, inexperienced, incompetent people. And as a result, we are where we are because Kaizer himself has hired incompetent people for the virtue of saying that this is a family business. Everyone there is incompetent. Everyone there does not know what they are doing. You say that the marketing is working, but what's the point? Because I even heard Vina today saying that all these teams, they are envying for the sponsors that Kaizer Chiefs is getting. I haven't heard such an utterly rubbish comments that we are busy bragging about the sponsors, and you are saying that we are tarnishing the name of Kaizer Motaung for throwing these things at the coach and whatnot. I am not defending people who are throwing those things, and I'm coming against those people right now to say that stop what you're doing. You are directing your anger at the wrong person. Before you go to Nsegi, start with the management. Start with the management. Speak to the management. The decisions they've been making, they're hiring incompetent people. There are no specialists around the club. There are no specialists around Kaizer himself who's going to advise them. Someone will come soberly and give him advices and ideas that are not within the family. But someone will be coming from outside. Someone will be not fearing that I'm talking to my dad. Someone will not be saying that, no, if I say these things, it's going to be sour at the dinner table if we visit at home. We don't have specialists. Other teams are progressing. They are hiring specialists. When we are going backwards, we are hiring incompetent coaches. We are hiring incompetent people to run this business, this club. Now we are only focusing on the business side. We have forgotten what is happening on the field of play. We are not investing on the rightful players. We are not investing in the rightful coaches. We are not investing in the rightful players. We are tending to be a mediocre club, an average club, because of the decisions that you management are making. You are being incompetent. It seems as if you don't care about the fans. You don't care about how we feel. We are turning out to be a laughingstock out there because of your incompetencies. You are hiring people who are clueless, who don't know what to do. Your mistake was to hire Atazwan, who has never coached in the PSL. Your mistake now was to hire Ntegu, who has never coached in the PSL. And you are expecting us to be happy as fans. You brought back a coach who you did not even check what did he do in his last season in the previous clubs that you went to. When you went and hired your Baxter, you went and hired your Kevin Hunt, whom you know that the style of football is not supporting, or it's not what we want as a club. It's not the kind of football that we've been playing. You had a coach who does not know the identity of the club, who will not continue that identity. I know. You went and hired Steve Kompele, who has never coached in a big team, whom you know that he does not have a philosophy. You did not go out to go and sign proper coaches. Peter was available. He says that no one called him. Mangoba is having a year in his contract, and then you did not hire him. You are coming out to lie to us and say that Nabi, you are never interested in Nabi, you have never negotiated with Nabi. What lies are you talking about? You negotiated with Nabi, but because you are incompetent, you did not want to get rid of this current technical team. You did not want to get rid of them because you were fearing that you're going to say, aha, finally they see that they made a mistake. Yes, you made a mistake and you still want to be undermined and live with this mistake that you had. Look at the technical team, is clueless. No one is experienced there. Who's telling who this is how we're supposed to do things? This is how we're supposed to go. This direction, we're supposed to take this direction. All these coaches that you've hired, they are clueless. That boils down to the decisions that you have made, not that Tech is making. You made hiring incompetent people who have no clue, who have never coached in the PSL. Why didn't you go for Nabi, who won back-to-back trebles? Why didn't you go for him? Why didn't you go for Pete? Why didn't you go? Why are you not going even now for Mangoba Mnetsi, who is there coaching with Rulan, who doesn't like him? Our players, they are lacking fitness, like they are not fit. They play in patches. Why? Because they are not fit and you are keeping your Muzi. And we know that he is the reason, one of the reasons why you could not get rid of the second team, because you are saying that, no, you just had this guy is one of the best in the country. But we have players who are unfit, who can't run the entire 90 minutes. And those who are coming from the bench, they can't run like the entire duration that they are in. Who's managing these players? How are you managing these players? How do you even identify players? When you say that you are buying players, how do you buy players? In the market, we go for players who are free agents, and we go for players who are not quality, and then we are expecting to challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say this, that we are to look at Mamelodi Sundowns at the pace that they are going at. Their slope is upping. It's an upward slope in terms of their progress, in terms of their success. When they look at us, when they vision, they say us. Our vision is beyond South Africa. Our vision is in Africa. Even now, they're going to play your champion of champs. They're going to be going back to CAF. After they've won CAF, these guys, they go and play with teams around the globe. As for us, we are thinking local. We are thinking for now. We are going backwards. Sundowns, look at their technical team. Look at just their technical team. They have like 12 or so people who are experienced, who are specialists. We don't even have a video specialist in this current technical team. Someone who's analyzing the oppositions. Someone who's analyzing the number of times we are being attacked, number of times that we enter the final third or the opposition enter the final third. Someone who analyzes those things. We don't have that. We don't have that because we are clueless. We are outdated. We are so outdated. We are so outdated. What is happening in the modern football? We are not competing in the back room, and we are not even competing in the pitch. Why? Because we have people who don't meet the criteria of playing for our club. We don't have people who meet the criteria of playing for our club. We go for average players, and then we're expecting like unimaginable, unachievable results. You expect Teki to perform miracles with the players that he has. You say that, no, these guys, when you bought them, they were good players. Sure, they were good players, but were they playing for teams at our caliber or where we want to go? Or were they playing for minor teams, these so-called small teams, and they were performing there? Guys, the yardstick for us, the measuring stick for us, we should be aiming at competing with Mamelodi Sundowns. Not that you don't have money, and I'm not saying that you should buy players 50 million. I am not saying that, but I'm saying that if a player is 10 million and is worth that 10 million, why can't you go for that player? When last did you scout a player in the Motsipe League? When did we focus on us getting players who are not known? I mean, we're able to identify your Mchicho, we're able to identify your Oboa, we're able to identify your Nego Mashes, we're able to identify all these other guys who came and made a change and added something to our club. Of late, how many teams, or how many players rather, have we identified who come and add value to this club? Don't tell me that it's Castillo. It's way too early to say it's Castillo. Castillo has only played 3 games. Castillo has only played 3 games, and you can't say that he's a star. We are a laughing stock, and you management, I'm telling you, you are being spoiled. You are being spoiled by the fans who are shielding you, by continually going to the grounds. The players who are continuing to buy merchandise. You fans, you're also hypocrites. You are saying that the Mdaungis are doing this, the Mdaungis, we are tired of Mdaungis, but you are the ones who are going to the stadiums, you are the ones who buy the merchandise. You keep on feeding their pockets, and they don't take out money to buy quality, but you are supporting them. I've never seen something like this. They are fighting me because I am challenging them by saying that when are the players going to take responsibility? The management, I've said enough about management. There's so much I can say about management. But the players need to take accountability as well. I think it was one of our legends, if not Dr. Kumalo. I don't remember who it was, but would say that after we've been beaten, after we lost the game, it was hard for us to go to the malls. It was hard for us to go to the malls. That's the fear, that's the respect that they had for us fans. But today, these guys, they are losing. You find them on social media, they are busy posting there, they are busy gallivanting, they are busy doing whatever that they want to do. Because we don't hold them accountable, because they don't have the fear for the badge. They are not fighting for the badge. They are not leaving their assault on the field, because they know that we're not going to hold them accountable. They know that we're going to blame it on the coach. We're not going to blame them and hold them accountable. They know that we're not going to hold them accountable. They're going to be walking down the streets. And some of them, they are even our friends. And that's why we don't call them out. Some, we have their numbers. We don't call them out, because if I call them out, that means that my friendship with this person is not going to work, or they're going to discard me. Why? Why are we Sentiments FC? We have so much sentiments that no, we have this player that you love above this one, that no, we can't talk about players because players will be here tomorrow, the coach will not be here, so let's throw stuff to the coach. Let's speak to the media about the coach when the players are not being held accountable. No, guys, no. This is so bad. As fans, if we are divided, how are we going to stand and fight what is happening in that family called Ndaunga? How are we going to fight that? How are we going to fix what is happening? How are they going to hire competent people who are experienced, people who are specialists, if we ourselves are divided amongst ourselves? The book that I live by says that a house that is divided amongst itself, it cannot stand. And here we are pulling different directions. This one is pointing the direction, the other one is pointing the direction. This one is covering these ones, this one is covering these ones. How are we going to take our grievances to them down if we ourselves are not united? Can we at least agree that the problem is bigger than what we are talking about? The problem lies there at the top first before it goes down to the players. Start there with the management. How are we going to hold them accountable? They produced the merchandise, we went to buy. Like in numbers, people are buying and all that, which is good, you are supporting, but what are you supporting? And then you hear your Vina, they are talking about, hey, our jerseys are like this, hey, our sponsors are like this. What are we celebrating? That we have new sponsors, but our cabinet is empty. Our cabinet is empty, it's dusty. We're busy celebrating. We've got sponsors, the lawnmower, we've got the kappa and whatnot. We're playing with our own football, with our own soccer balls when we're playing at home. So is that what we're going to celebrate this year? Is that what we're going to celebrate in the next 10 years, 20 years, that we are having our own soccer balls? When Pirates are competing with Sundowns, when Sundowns is busy dominating the league and turning it to the farmers market, is that what you're going to be celebrating? No, guys. As for me, no, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to support that nonsense. I'm not going to support that nonsense. You ought to take us serious. You ought to take us serious. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. In other news, Gonzalez has finally arrived in South Africa. Hopefully he's going to get his work permit and start working. But what is it coming to? The house that is divided, the team that is not creating chances, the team that is so disjoined. I don't know. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. AFC Amakhosi fan channel. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.